hey, symbolic, this is just a response to your response to Harry Reasoner. So yeah, I checked out his channel. I immediately subscribed. I made a comment, a text comment to his video, basically saying, I mean, the way he talks, the way he speaks, really kind of impressed me. It really reminded me of Emerson and Thoreau and John Muir, that whole era where the rhetorical, contemplative, reflective style of prose was really in, and that whole video just really captured that, especially with the scenery of the waterfall and the cascading river. It just really brought all that back. It's like I almost want to dig the books out of the boxes in the garage and read them again. But anyways, that kind of got off track. My response is, well, you brought up the point that, let me make sure I don't get this wrong, that rationality doesn't imply morality. And I basically agree with that. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. I mean, because I think it's important to make the distinction between having a rationale versus being rational. A person can operate under false logic, and therefore it can be said of them that they have a rationale, but they're not rational because their logic is false. But that's kind of what made me think. So, what about flipping that around? Does morality imply rationality? And I really guess I don't really have an answer, except for just this impulsive sense that it seems silly to talk about morality if we're not also talking about being rational. It just, I don't know, there seems to be some sort of contradiction there, but I don't know how to quite get at it. I mean, the only way I can look at it is kind of making a negative argument. What are we saying when if we say someone is moral but not rational? What are we saying when we say that? And to me, what we're saying is basically we're making it the definition of dogmatism. And dogmatism is kind of seen as a sort of a flaw, a human flaw in some sense. So then that person isn't truly moral in the highest sense. So that's the question. Would you say that morality necessarily implies rationality? As far as you made I guess a great observation or raised a good question is about satire, and I watched your other video regarding satire and basically distinguishing between satire versus just plain insult and just plain disrespect. Satire is not disrespectful in any way. It's not meant to be. I mean, it does ask of the reader or the subject, whoever is being satirized, it does ask a certain sense to be open to self-criticism to some extent. But there is a line, obviously, and I don't think, the name is escaping me right now. I don't know of many satirists, so I'm trying to reach back to, the Lilliputian, Gulliver's Travel, Swift. Jonathan Swift. I don't think Jonathan Swift was trying to be rude when he wrote Gulliver's Travels, or and I don't think necessarily that the dude that drew the cartoon of Muhammad was trying to be rude. I mean, I don't know. Never met the guy. But the fact that he drew it as a dog seems kind of probably crossed the line. I mean, a dog is man's best friend. But dog is also a lot of times used as an insult. I mean, men are dogs. I wouldn't have chose a dog. That was just probably wrong. And now I'm not sure if that was even him that drew that. If I'm thinking of another cartoon, I saw a cartoon of Muhammad represented as a dog, and that seemed to be crossing the line. I guess that's all I'm trying to say. I don't know if that was the Dutchman or not. But your question about how do we satire across cultures? Because that's really what's represented by that international case that was taking place. And even with the South Park incident, same kind of thing. And as far as Thunderfoot is concerned, I just kind of lost a lot of respect for the guy. I mean, I subscribed to his channel because he was an advocate for science. He was an advocate for correct thinking, and he seemed to embody that. But ever since he's kind of shied away from that and taken on this whole flag of free speech, there just seems to be a qualitative difference that I can't seem to quite put my finger on. But he's not just being an advocate for free speech. He's somehow going beyond that and drawing attention to himself, attacking people. He had a series called "Why Do People Laugh at Creationists?" and he had one subject in particular that I think he had a fondness for. It wasn't hate; it was satire. He would satire this kid, Venom Fang X, and it was great. It was great fun to watch. It wasn't hateful. He made strong arguments about why the kid was wrong. And I'm sort of biased, because I'm atheist or agnostic. Certainly agnostic. I don't know if I'm quite atheist. But I guess if I say I don't know that I'm atheist, that automatically means I'm agnostic. But yeah, there was, at the same time, while he'd make fun of this kid, there seemed to be a relationship, a fondness. I think even one of the videos, Thunderfoot acknowledged the fact that without Venom Fang X, this kid, without Venom Fang X, there would be no Thunderfoot. There would be no series of Why People Laugh at Creationists, which was this great hit on YouTube for a long time. So, and it kind of got out of hand, and Venom Fang X, I think the fact that he was kind of younger did start to get to him, and I think a lot of other, not only that, but it drew a lot of attention from other users. They were commenting, they were being very rude on his site, and then they would criticize him for blocking the comments. Come on, you're being rude. Yeah, if someone's just going to be, like that, I'd block comments too. And they criticize him for it, so that he's, basically trying to make the case that he's weak or closed-minded or this and that. And that wasn't quite what was going on. So, yeah, satire. How do we satire across cultures? I think that's an excellent question. Very relevant, obviously, for obvious reasons. The point of this video, though, is really just a question I'm posing to you. Would you say morality implies rationality? And that's it. I enjoy your post very much, and your subscription has been an asset for sure. Thanks.